I would like to welcome everyone to the inaugural Democrepublix. I know a lot of you are wondering right now, what is this? What is Democrepublic? What does this mean? Well, Democrepublix is what our government is supposed to be. We're supposed to be a democratic republic. Democratic in that we, the people, have a say in our laws. We, the people, vote to what our country should become. That's what a democracy is. And a republic in that we are grounded, our foundation is the Constitution, which is inalienable, and our rights come from our God-given rights, not government-given rights, our God-given rights, our life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness that can never be taken away by any kind of vote. That's what a republic is about. That's what a democratic republic is about. So that's what I decided to call this movement. And you can check out the latest in news and stuff that I think is important at Democraticrepublix.com. That is DEMOCREPUBLIX. Now let's get on to a little bit of news. I'm only going to do a few minutes because I just want to make sure that the sound is right and stuff like that before I really start getting into this. Let's start with the Obamacare subsidies. That's at Democraticrepublix.com. Obamacare subsidies push costs of healthcare law above projections, which of course everyone pretty much already knew was going to happen. And this article is actually from the LATimes.com, and it says that the large subsidies for health insurance that helped fuel the successful drive to sign up approximately 8 million Americans for coverage under the Affordable Care Act are on track to cost billions of dollars this year, a new federal report indicates. And this is the kicker right here. Nearly 9 in 10 Americans who bought healthcare coverage on the federal government's healthcare marketplace received government assistance to offset their premiums. 9 out of 10 are getting subsidies, tax-paying subsidies to offset their premiums. 90% of the people that signed up. 90%. And in other news that coincides with this news is the borders. Why do you think our government is leaving the borders wide open to let criminals, the majority of them are gang members, come into this country and get subsidies, get welfare, get handouts from the government? All this is to crash the economy. Why do they want to tank this economy? Why do they want to tank this country? That's so people can cry to the government and be like, please, please help us, government, please. And they'll bring in socialism, another way to control us. Socialism have never ever worked in history. Look at Germany with Hitler. Look at Stalin in Russia. Socialism never works. You got people at the top that use it to control the people at the bottom. That's what it's all about. The bankers want more control over us. Who you think funded Hitler? Who you think funded Stalin? Where did they get the funds to do what they did? From international bankers. But all this is the Cloward and Pittman strategy. You overwhelm the system to make it fail. And once the system fails, you can bring in pretty much any type of system you want, because people are going to be begging for government help once the system crashes. And they want to bring in the socialist agenda. And it's more than Obama, it's more than Bush, it's the office of the president that's been taken over by multi-corporations. They put in their puppets and get all the laws passed they want. Why you think the Republicans and Democrats both act like they don't get along, but when it comes to something major like the NDAA or the Affordable Health Care Act, which they act like they oppose but they really don't, it all gets passed. All the major bills that limit us and give more power to them, why you think that always pass? Most of the time, overwhelmingly, it's because it's all part of the system to bring us down and put more money in the coffers of the multi-corporations and what Eisenhower called the military-industrial complex. That's why they're going back into Iraq with ISIS, which we funded with the help of Saudi Arabia. Remember the Syrian rebels? Remember when we gave Syria, and remember in Libya when we gave them missiles and stuff like that? All those were Al-Qaeda, all those was part of ISIS. They just moving down the line from Libya to Syria back to Iraq so they can get in to Iran. They want to destabilize the Middle East. And all of this stuff been foretold a long time ago. They put it in all their white papers, they put it in all their books. All you have to do is do a little bit of investigation and you can see how the puzzle all fits together. All you have to do is open your eyes, people. And that's what Democrepublix is about, is to open the eyes of the people and to bring the power back to the people and take it away from government and multi-corporations and give it back to the people. This is just a little vignette of what are we going to be talking about with the Democrepublix. Thank y'all for listening.